Hello. Welcome to Happy Little Yarn, episode 95. My name is Amie. I come to you from Leesburg, Georgia, and I am here to talk to you about all things knitting. Yes, all knitting today. So grab a cup of something very warm and delicious. I have an Americano. And let's get started. I did not make this Americano. I just got back from taking my daughter to have lunch, and we stopped on at the coffee shop on the way back home and got a warm drink. I'm moving all these wires, so sorry if that was noisy. Okay. Today, I have an FO, 2 whips, some plans, and no sewing. I did not sew last weekend, so no sewing to go over. Took last weekend off. Don't you hate when you just ate and like a piece of pepper just comes loose in your mouth? Got it. I should have made a little water to bring in here with me, but I forgot. So let's cover the basic admin stuff. I told you a couple weeks ago about Stripe Along 2024 that's going to be going on. It starts in roughly a week and a half, a week and a few days. Today is September 20th, 2024, and it starts on October 1st, so 11 days. But Stripe Along 2024 is basically just knit anything with self-striping yarn. I'm not sure about whips. Y'all might want to check out Lindsay or JJ's information on Stripe Along. I forgot what they said. I think whips are allowed. I'm going to make them allowed in my Facebook group. I don't know. I'll let you know next week. We got one more week I can update you until then. I forgot what they said about whips. But Stripe Along is hashtag Stripe Along 2024. I'll put it on the screen. Starts October 1st through December 31st, and you can participate 3 different ways, or all 3 ways. JJ, who is at Jesslyn Janice on Instagram, she's going to monitor the Instagram participants' entries. You just enter a picture over there on her with the hashtag Stripe Along 2024, and she will. You might be safe to tag her, because if you have a private account, she probably won't see it. So that's something to think about. Or friend JJ, Jesslyn Janice, I'll link her below. And then you can participate on Ravelry, and that's little platform. Always Yarn First, the group, go in Ravelry, and I'll link her group below. Always Yarn First, and that's her YouTube channel as well. She's going to be monitoring Ravelry, and I am I'm monitoring Facebook. So I have a Facebook group, not the page, but the group. You'll have to ask to be a member of the group, but I will approve you as long as you say you watch knitting, or you knit or crochet, or you watch my channel or something. When you go to sign up for the group, I will let you in. All you do is post a picture in the group on Facebook starting October 1st, and every month I will pick a name from the Facebook group. I'm going to do a monthly pattern prize. Probably like $8 or less. So October, November, and December, you'll have a chance to win a pattern prize. And then you'll have a chance to win a pattern prize overall from either JJ Lindsay's or my platform to win the grand prize. I don't know what the grand prize is yet. I know something was donated. It is Yarny Goodness, but I will not reveal any details just yet. I do not have a prize picture to display. But I'll probably be making a bag to donate to the prize, the grand prize winner. Stripe Along 2024. Just those are the details. So if you want to, go ahead and start planning out some self-striping yarn that you want to use for Stripe Along 2024, go ahead and start. Wind that sucker up and get started on October 1st. Okay. That's all the admin. No sewing to go over. So let's start with FOs. I have one finished object, and you probably guessed what it is if you watched last week. Because I was literally like 2 rows away from finishing. But I finished a wrinkled up Enchanted evening cap. It's been wrinkled up on my sofa because it's been too warm to wear it. But I made it with a ponytail hole. It's a double brand beanie by me, Amie. You can see my ends are woven in. I haven't wet blocked it yet or washed it or anything, so I have not trimmed those ends back all the way, but the ends are woven in. So this is yarn by Desert Borealis on Etsy. I'll link her shop below. Tasha. I used a 5 skein mini fade set that she had. I used all 20 grams for the first color. Then less than 10 grams for each other color. And I have the measurements, the weights. Sorry, I haven't talked all day hardly, and talking's hard with a dry throat. But 5 colors total. It weighs 40... No, I didn't math that right. It's 58 grams of yarn left. So I used 42 grams of yarn. Let me fix my notes so I don't mess up the notes on YouTube. Sorry. So, Desert Borealis, I highly recommend this yarn. She dyes a beautiful yarn mini skein set. Look how well it just blends. I did, I think, 10 rows of each color. No, 13. That's right, 13. 13 or 14. I think 13. I'm going to cough. Hang on real quick. Okay, sorry. Had a coughing fit. But I used, 42 grams of yarn. So this took less than half a skein of yarn, a fingering weight yarn. This is the fingering weight version of the Enchanted evening cap. I am going to write this pattern up with ponytail hole option. So that's how it looks. So the ponytail hole, I mean, if you have big poofy hair like I do, it's a good pom-pom addition without, sewing on a pom-pom. So that's the Enchanted evening cap, and you can see the yarn fading is very beautiful. I thought about putting a button on it. Like, let's see. Here's one for example. This is a very large button that I got from what is it called? The Magpie's Eye on Etsy. And she hand makes these buttons, but I thought about putting a little button there for a detail and maybe like little fiddly bits around it. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it like it is. But that's the Enchanted evening cap by yours truly. I will be writing up that pattern. I'm going to try to make it available in different sizes. So like I have a pretty massive head, I guess. So this fits me, so I might say one size larger or one size smaller. This might be the medium. I don't know. I'm going to take the measurement of my head and look on the Yarn Council's numbers and go from there. So I might need testers in the future to help me test the different sizes. But I am going to write up this double brimmed hat pattern and fingering weight with ponytail hole option. One day soon. Maybe in October while I'm doing Vlogtober. I might do that. But like I said, I had 58 grams of yarn left. Plenty of yarn left to do something else with. I could make another enchanted evening cap out of this. Because the enchanted evening cap only took... Am I doing that math right? I don't know. Let's weigh the enchanted evening cap. Because I'm thinking this weighs 42 grams. I didn't weigh this. I just weighed my scraps. Oh, that's not on grams. That's on ounces. Ah, reset. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so it takes... This has 47 grams. So there was probably a little bit more in each skein. 47 grams. But I have 49 grams left. 58 grams. Oh, I'm just going to shut up. You have enough to make another hat. Okay. So, okay. 47 grams. And I had 58 grams left. How come that didn't change? Okay. I had 47 grams in this hat. 58 grams of yarn left. I can't math. That's like 105 grams total. So, I have enough to make another hat. And I might just save it and put it in my mom's cozy memories blanket I'm making her. I'll get back to it one day. But that's the enchanted evening cap. Up next, I have some whips in my happy little yarn bag. Oh, I had the enchanted evening cap living in my Japanese knot bag made by Amie Marie Knits, her Etsy shop. And I just love this bag. This will always be my enchanted evening cap bag. She has one with a pterodactyl too. Okay, I'm like, I like a pterodactyl. I might have to get that one too. But that's my enchanted evening cap bag by Amie Marie Knits, her Japanese knot bag. And I've got the Anthology throw living in this small, this is my small sized bag that I made. This is my old label. My bat bag. And I did not finish a mini skein this week, but I haven't shown it in a while. I did do a few rows on it. And I'm changing the technique I use to knit this. All you might remember from a few episodes ago, maybe more than that, this is referred to as now a giant saggy boob blanket. Because that just looks like a giant saggy boob to me. So this is an Anthology throw using Yarn Cafe Creations My Little Pony Advent, the July Advent she did this year, 2024. I've got, I think, 9 colors in it so far. I was going to do all 31 colors, but that might be a bit big. So I'm going to shoot for half, and I want to get this finished by Christmas. And since I'm not doing the yarn overs, as you can see, I'm not doing the texture rows or the yarn overs. I'm just knitting. So I think I'm going to have to do an increase row soon. I'm not really going by the pattern. It's loosely based off the Anthology throw. But as you can see, ooh, what's that? Is that where I join yarn? That's where I join yarn. I have an increase row here, and then I have an increase row here. From here to here. So I'm thinking it's almost time maybe after this mini to do another increase row. And I don't know. I think it'll lay flat. If not, I will block it to submission. That's what I'll do. I will make it flat. I'm hoping it doesn't come out like a hat, because that would be devastating. But I said I was changing techniques in the way I was knitting this. So my knitting was getting really tight, and that's because I'm an English style knitter and I throw my yarn. Like, I hold my yarn with my right hand and I throw it like that. Okay? So, I do know how to knit continental because I do know how to do color work, and I learned how to do color work with two hands. So I've been using my left hand to hold the yarn, and I'm knitting continental. So I just knit it and catch the yarn this way and let the yarn slide over my left index finger. Yeah, continental knitting. So it's really loosened up my stitches for the past 2 rows that I've done that way. You can tell a bit of tension difference, but I'm hoping that won't be too bad with blocking. Because I like how the stitches are looser when I knit continental, because I'm not tugging at the yarn with my right hand. So I got that much left of a mini, and then I'm going to try to knock this out this weekend and start on a new mini. But Saggy Boo Blanket still prevails. I'm still working on it. 9 colors. I'm going to shoot for 20 colors, I think. If I can get 20 colors, roughly it's around like 5,200 stitches. I had it estimated one time how many stitches one mini gets. So if I, because right now I'm getting how many rows per mini? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's less than 600. It's 25 and 600 stitches. So it would decrease by half. I'd be getting 4 rows per mini if I increase again. Math, numbers. I'm an accountant, by the way. I know I have a lot of new viewers. I'm an accountant. I actually love math. I like mathing a lot. Math is good. But I can't explain the math. It just makes sense in my head. Words do not make sense to me. Math makes sense. That was the Anthology throw. Don't fall. No. There. Up next, I have another whip I've been working on. Look at all this progress I made this week. It's because I didn't sew last weekend. I don't know if I'm going to sew this weekend. I might take Saturday off, sew Sunday. I do miss sewing. I really want to sew. And I have a lot of fabric piled up right there, already cut out and ironed. So I'm ready to sew. I just gotta do it. Not enough hours in the day. Okay, up next. It's inside out. I'll go ahead and show you why it's inside out. I finished the sleeve of the California sweater. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I'm showing you the California sweater. The pattern is out now. It's by Leslie Howard, California sweater. And I woven all the ends from this 22 color sleeve. Let's talk math, okay? So, let me turn it right side out so you can see what all I've done. I have not woven the body ends yet, and I've not done the left sleeve yet. But I did get the right sleeve done, and I also got the collar finished. And I have a tip for you all, and I need to share it with Leslie because I did test knit this for her. But you might, if you decide you want to knit the California sweater, here's a good tip. In the pattern, I think she has to do the collar after you do a sleeve. But honestly, this collar really cinched up a lot. I did it first. I thought this through. So the collar, you pick up all those stitches and it cinches it in so it's not so wide and gapey like it was. It's a double fold. It's a folded, you know, whatever it's called, collar. You just knit along 1 by 1 rib and then fold it over and sew it down. Beautiful. I love it. It looks great. But if you knit the sleeve first, your sleeve might shrink. So you might want to do the collar first and then the sleeve. Because it cinches it up just a tiny bit to where it's more of a fitted collar. And then your sleeves might cinch up too. So I did the sleeve last. I worked on the collar last Friday and I got that done. And then last weekend I did the sleeve. And I did the Italian sewn bind off again on the sleeve like I did the body. So the whole thing is done. And the sleeve, this is how I'm doing this out of the Lemonade Shop 2022 Advent. It's fingering weight held with a lace weight mohair silk yarn. But I needed 13 inches from where the drop shoulder ended when I tried it on to my wrist. I had 20 colors. There's 6 rows per inch. So I did 6 rows per inch times 13 inches. I think that was 78 rows total in 13 inches. Divide that by the 20 colors and you get like 3.9 or something like that. And I rounded that up to do 4 colors, 4 rows per color. So I wove in so many ends last night because each color change is 4 rows on the sleeve. That's a lot of ends, okay? 4 times 20, that'll be 40. I mean, 2 times 20 is 40 ends to weave in. And then I did 2 colors on the cuff. That's 44 ends total that I wove in. But I think it looks beautiful. I think it's worth it. So let me hold it up so you can see the whole thing. It's a little cropped, but it's long enough for me because I'm short. I'm 5'5½". Doctor confirmed it today. I'm still 5'5". I've not shrunk yet. But the sleeves fit perfectly where I like them. Right here midway. The ribbing ends right there. I've not blocked it, so it might grow a little, which is fine. But I'm hoping to get the other sleeve finished by next weekend. And all the ends woven in. And take some pictures when we go to the pumpkin patch in October for my pattern page on Ravelry. I thought it came out really nice. This has been my favorite Advent I ever got, I think. It's between this and the Blackbird Sycamore one I got last year. That was really good. And the Pretty Twisted Yarn one was really good too. I don't know. But this is like a pastel, beautiful rainbow thing going on. And the Italian sewn bind off on the body and the sleeves, it took forever, but it was worth it. It looks so much better than just a regular knitted stretchy bind off. I have this much yarn left, so I have plenty of yarn left. Don't know what I'll do with it. I might make a hat if I have 47 grams. Apparently that's how much it takes. Might make an enchanted evening cap out of all this with all the ends. That'd be fun. That's all my whips. I have some acquisitions. Oh, I want to tell y'all, last week y'all are so great. I asked y'all what I should finish knitting on. And I asked you between the Douglas Cardigan by the Douglas Cardi by Andrea Mowry or the Great Garter Bomber by Amanda Lee. And it was overwhelmingly this, the Great Garter Bomber. So I've got, if you remember, I got this button band done. I need to put on this button band, or just the other side of the button band. This one has the buttonholes, so I've done that. I need to pick up and knit this button band, because it doesn't have anything. And then the collar around the neck. And I'll be done. So, but I do have one question for y'all now. I can't decide between buttons. There's Big Star clear buttons. I should probably take them out, but if I take them out, they'll go everywhere. But they look a little too noticeable. I don't know. What do y'all think? Can y'all tell from, yeah, there you go. It's not as glary. So it looks good, but when you light hits it just right, it looks blue. Or should I do the more silver glitter? I think the silver glitter looks really good, but is it too much? Uh-oh, they're coming out of the bag, so I can show you. Yeah, I think I like the silver glitter. What do y'all think? That's the stars. And these are by Magpie. The Magpie's Eye on Etsy. But I have enough to do either one. That's the silver. And that's the clear stars. So what do y'all like better? The clear stars or the silver? I can't really find a good angle. I dropped it. Oh well, y'all got the picture. Hang on. I had to pick it up or else it had been lost in the void forever. Okay. So Great Garter Bomber is going to be finished after the California sweater. It's going to be finishing season in the fall. I want to finish some whips. That way next year I can cast on some new whips for Stitch Quest. New whips, new projects, yeah. Alright, go back into your bag. Alright, what's up next? I have some acquisitions, but before we get acquisitions, let's talk about Crafter Spotlight. Okay, so if you're new here, I like to pick somebody in the knitting, yarny, crochet, fiber related community to just kind of spotlight because they're so awesome and I want to. And it's my channel and I like to do things like that. So this week I have somebody almost brand new to YouTube. Her name is Shanae. And she is known as Handmade by Honey Bun on Instagram. But her YouTube channel, I think it's called, let me see if it's still up. I pulled it up to see. Honey Bun, maybe, semicolon, Shanae. So I will link it below. She is a crocheter, newer knitter. She knits lovely and she crochets lovely. She has 2 episodes out. She just published one 5 days ago and one 12 days ago. I've watched both. Well, I watched most of the last one. But she is just lovely and so chill and relaxing to watch. She has nice little music going in the back, you know, as her little ambiance. And she only has 2 videos, but she only has 19 subscribers. So I want to help her get a few more subscribers. If y'all don't mind, go over and check out Shanae. She looks young to me. She looks fairly young, but, you know, she's an excellent knitter and crocheter new to YouTube. And I think we should just check her out. Give her a little like. Give her a subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. And comment. It always helps the algorithm out for us YouTubers whenever people interact. It really does help. Or it boosts their confidence at least. That's what it does for me. It boosts my confidence. So, Shanae of Handmade by Honey Bun or Honey Bun maybe Shanae on YouTube. That is this week's Crafter Spotlight. Okay. Now for acquisitions. I did get some acquisitions. I have 2 October Halloween advents that came in. Vlogtober is right around the corner, y'all. And I've got a little bit of yarn acquisition. Pretty Twisted Yarns was doing a 50% off sale. Some stash she had. Some stock she had. It wasn't her stash. It was like stock from her inventory. Because she's a yarn dyer, Teresa. And I got yarn. I got worsted weight. They're all one of a kind, I think. This one is like the oddball kind of the group, but I got this because it was a lovely shade of purple. Bliss worsted weight, 196 yards, 4 ply worsted weight, 85.15. I love it. I thought it was beautiful. And the other 3 are worsted as well. And her worsted has nylon in it. So if you ever get from Pretty Twisted Yarns, you can make yourself some worsted weight socks. And I've done that. But look at this. This screams fall. She had a picture up to advertise the sale she was having. I'm like, I want those 3 in the picture. She's like, you got it. And I got it. So I got, I think, I think they were 30 a piece, 50% off. So 15, 15, 45. I think 45 total. Or was it 60? 60. 60. I math. I'm an accountant. I math. So, isn't it beautiful? I just love these 3 orangey tones, orangey reddy tones. I feel like doing a pair of worsted weight socks with them, but I don't know if I have enough. I should. I was thinking color worker stripey socks. What I should do is do them toe up so I can use every last scrap. Because you never know going cuff down. But toe up's so hard. It's that cast on with 2 needles is so fiddly. I don't know what that cast on's called, but it's very fiddly. Or I could do a hat. I do need to make a worsted weight Enchanted evening cap. I could do that. I got the Enchanted evening cap is DK weight. I like making it in every weight yarn, so. Okay, up next, I got something from Knitting is Metal. And you can find her website, knittingismetal.com, I think. And Knitting is Metal on Instagram. But I got some needle stoppers. Little dragons, shiny dragons. And I got some kind of opaque, clear. I got mohair all over them. Bats. Needle stoppers. Very cute. And I got something fell on the floor. I don't know what it was. A Katrinkles Halloween Advent. It's a 31-day Advent, I think. It says do not open until October 1st. I hope there's instructions in it, or at least daily numbered things. So I don't know what that is. And I wanted to show y'all this shirt because she still has it in her shop. I don't know if she still has these, but it was a very good deal. But the I Breathe Yarn shirt is still in her shop. So that's knittingismetal.com. I was wearing that today to my doctor's appointment. And then I got another Advent in the mail today. 31-day yarn Advent. It is the Fangirl Fibers Gothic Whimsy 31-day October Advent DK weight. And I opened it. I'm not going to show the goodies or anything, but I just want to show you the packaging. Every day's labeled. A little bag. And I thought the bag was so cool. I bet she designed that. So I saw somebody sent me a picture of their Monsters Inc. Advent packaging, and it was so cute. I bet you anything she designed it. Okay, what else do I have? I think that's all the, acquisitions. But it's been, okay, life. Let me tell you, I got so much done this week. It was super productive. I don't know what was wrong Monday and Tuesday, but I was tired. But I got everything done I needed to get done for the month of September done this week. So I have all next week at work to do just random things. But I got all my year-end work done. Fiscal year-end is done. Month-end is done. The new budget for the new fiscal year entered. That usually takes me 2 months. It took me 3 weeks this year. I was on it. But I took today off because I'm 42 years old, and I had my very first mammogram. High five. And I had my annual, checkup at the lady doctor. I thought I was going to have my IUD removed, but they said my 5-year is good for 8 years now. I'm like, how did that happen? Did y'all update software or something and remote in and just update the software in there? I'm like, how is that possible? But I have to go back for an ultrasound soon because they can't find it. They got to make sure it's still in there. But I love my doctor. I really do. She's a knitter too. And we just have enough to talk about that I don't feel uncomfortable. It was good. I liked it. Whatever. Feel free to talk knitting with me and I won't feel uncomfortable. But I did get my mammogram done today. Got my annual checkup done. Now I can just have the weekend to not worry about anything. So I've been kind of worried about that all week. I was like, oh God, I don't want to do that. But I did it. It was fine. Okay, that's all I've got to cover this week. I'll probably work on Stitch Quest a little this weekend. If you don't know what Stitch Quest is, it's my fantasy themed knit crochet along for the year 2025. It's going to be a storyline and you read along and knit along or crochet along. And go on quests and side quests and join us all for all the fun. There is a Ravelry group, Stitch Quest. And go join the group, introduce yourself, read the prologue, read the details, see what's going on. Okay, well, I hope y'all have a great day, great night, whatever time you're watching this. I will see you next time. Bye!